morning everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch, where I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Welcome guys, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and I hope the weather was holding out for you. I know here in the UK we was given thunderstorms. Some places had the thunderstorms, we had rain. Where I live it was just on and off on Saturday. Yesterday we had like very fine rain, as we call drizzle. So while that was happening, I came in my workshop and I tidied 60 of my 76 buckets. Is it 70? No, 86 buckets out. So I've got another 26 to do, which I'm planning on doing at some point this week after I've done, throughout the week when I've done all my jobs. So today I'm going to do a wreath on a 14-inch grapevine wreath, and I'm going to do it in gold and like creams and whites. I've got 3 gold pumpkins out of, oh, here's my cat, of all different sizes. So I've got a large, that's the next size down, that came with the box that I ordered, and then the smaller one there. So we're going to attach those. I've got 3 picks out, what I had from the flowers I used and cut them off and saved, which we're going to place in there. These are very heavily sequined with glitter. I don't think it comes off a lot. It comes off a little bit on your skin, but not too much. I have made a bow. I've just purchased this one, the I think 5/8 ribbon, and I got that from C&S. Check her out guys, she's a lovely lady. I think she lives in Teesside in the UK, and she sells ribbon that's imported from the States, and I love the lady. I think she's fabulous, very kind and generous, and very helpful. So I thought, wow, why not? We've got it. I ordered I think 10 ribbons off her, so I thought, let's use this one. So I've placed it with my just plain gold with the frayed edge as well. And this ribbon from the States, guys, it holds its shape fabulous. You guys in America are really lucky. Really lucky. You have some wonderful ribbon and beautiful quality. So we're going to place that in. Apart from those, we're going to go through what we've got. I've not got a lot out. I don't want this to be quite, well, I say I don't, who knows as we go along. I was going to say quite full, but I'm going to put a little bit of green colour in, but I've only gone for the soft green, the light green colour on my cork oak leaf. So I've just grabbed a load out. I'm not going to use all this, guys. They just came out as I picked a few picks out that I'd already done, and this bunch dropped out, so I just placed it on the desk. Oh, my cat not move, look. I've got out some cypress leaves as well, or are they cedar? No, it's not cedar, are they? Fern. Well, it's fern, I guess. Oh, I've gone funny today. Which is like a champagne colour with what's got glitter and sequins on as well. I've only taken out 3. I've cut 3 off a bunch of some fern, which is also glittered with a few sequins on as well. This is the crocodile fern. I've got out, now I don't know what, maiden hair fern, maiden hair it's called, I think. Don't quote me on it, I think. But it's like little pods what have popped open, and I've got it in a different tone of, instead of champagne, I wanted to bring in a different tone of gold, so it's not all the same. So I wanted to bring something slightly darker in, and I thought, let's use those. And also I've got these guys, and I have to keep them in the packet because they're only tiny. They come in the packet like this, and they're just berries, one with a, like a, I don't know, a bit seeded, one of the berries on the top, but they're gold, and they are only from bottom of the stem to the top here 4-inch long, and that's the length of them. These are good for just dotting around, so I do buy some smaller berries as well. I think I've got them in silver, if I've still got any left. I thought for a bit of cream colour, let's add in, again, I've just grabbed another bunch. I've got several bunches of these. I've just grabbed this bunch of our wheat, where it is push-ups, and if you wish to take one leaf off, you know, harvest off at a time, you can put them on single picks or leave them as a cluster. And I thought, just to add a dark colour but nothing floral, I've grabbed a bunch of my twiggy bits where they are wired, and you can manipulate them into any shape, wrap them around your finger, give it a swirl on the end. So I've got some twiggy bits to put around the edge, maybe dot a few on the inside as well, to, you know, add that dark tone to the inside as well as the outside of the wreath. So we have got those. Now for my floral, I've chosen these Cabbage Roses, and they've got a little bit of their own, you know, foliage, but they're more like a creamy colour, I guess, with a, I don't know, looks like a darker tone going in the centre. So I have got those as well. I've got out some more of my calla lilies as well, but in gold. And just to add a little bit of white, what's got mustard colour, I've got out my Rudbeckia as well to add in. So that's what we've got for today. And if I can just move things down. And we're going to put in the picks and then attach our pumpkins. Now, I'm thinking of having this one at the bottom of the wreath, then this one above it, and then the smaller one above that. That's what I'm thinking. I haven't come up with a definite, but I think I'd like to see them all in a row together. So, oh, I've not got any cord out to hang the wreath up. So let's just get a piece out. So I'm going to bring the camera down, and we're going to get cracking, guys. So one moment. So let's just bring it down. There he is, look, sulking because I won't let him near me, back towards me. So we're going to bring it around here. If I try to centralise it. Something around there. It always seems to go down and then back up. Can you see it going up, guys? It's got its own mind. I don't know why. If I just bring it back a little bit. We'll try and keep it there. So, no, stay there, go away. So what I was wanting to do is place the bigger one here, or thinking of doing, then one there, and then this one here. So I've got them all in a row. I'm just going to hold them, I'll place them there because they're going to move. Oh my goodness, let's just sit it there. And then I was considering having the bow here today instead of on the side and have those all the way around there. Hence the reason I've not got much foliage out, because these are going to take a lot of the room. So I was thinking with that one, let's move those. I want it sitting around the bottom here. So we're going to need to place this pick in around here. So if I just place a bit of a, I'm not going to need it that long, an angle on the pick. So it's going to be around there, but I'd like it, I think, maybe here. So I'm going to place it and push it in because it is just polystyrene, and then that can sit like that. Then the next one, because the cork on the top or the stem is one's going inwards, so then I'm going to place the other one going outwards. So I'd like this one. Let me just cut these down first so they've got a bit of an angle on. So I'd like this one as well going in around here. So if I just keep my finger there, I'm putting a bit of glue on this stem, and then I'm going to place that and just push it in about 2 or 3 inches. Wipe off any glue, we don't want to see any glue. So that one then can sit there. Just get the glue off my fingers. And then this one with the stem, that's going to go inwards. So then that needs to be about there. So now I've positioned where I'd want the stems on my pumpkins. Right, now I've done that, I'm going to move these out of the way. I will add those in shortly, but I just want to start getting in some foliage. I've noticed I've got 2 pieces here, which is perfect because I want to bring one here. Can turn them around. I think if you can't, just pull them off and replace them so they're facing the way you'd like them to be. So I'm going to bring this one down here. Let's not forget our hook. So this is an oval shaped wreath. I may have done that a little bit too small. Yeah. I think I did one the other day. Yeah. Here's one, what I've done. So, let's first of all place in a bit of our foliage, and I'm just leaning it downwards. I've chosen a bit of a bigger leaf. You could use maple if you've got maple. Because of the size of the biggest pumpkin, I didn't want little leaves to, you know, so you can't see the smaller leaves. Here's the other one here. And we're going to do the same with this one. Bring this one up. Just turning them around. It's not gone fully in. There we go. And then just bend that one up a little bit as well. Now I do have single picks, but I don't want to just place those. They could go in the center. I do want something slightly bigger. So I'm going to bring this here. I don't want, because I've not got too much foliage as well, I've gone for the a bit more with a bushy or with lots of leaves on. Just manipulate that a little bit. That. I may put a few single picks around the side. I'm going to cut this one, I think, in half. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So about here. So I'm going smaller as I go around the side. I'm not keeping them on the same length, because if I had them around the side the same length as these, they would be further out here. So I am bringing in smaller lengths of foliage. Oops. Turn them. That one may be a little bit too long, so I'm going to just take that bit off and have it as a single. So we can bring this one inwards in the center. So I'll use the single picks. Let me just move those out of the way. So now I'm going to dot these around on the inside. Just to fill on the inside. Even here, usually I leave a little gap here for when if I do a bow here, but today I won't be. So I want to fill those little gaps up. We're supposed to be getting thunderstorms this afternoon, guys, in where I live. It's not raining at the moment, but we're supposed to be getting rain this afternoon. I'm going to use all of these up. So then this would be just the only greening colour that we'll be using. Let's just cut them all. Let's have a look. I may bring another one here. Do the same down here also. And I am lifting the stems slightly upwards just to give it that volume. Bring that one there. So we've got that, what's quite full of our green foliage. I may have to move that over here. And again, with our pumpkins, that would sit. I may have to place that down in there. Then the other one around here. I'm going to leave a little gap between them but all. And then the smaller one, maybe probably a little bit far out there. I want to sort of like leave a similar spacing. And place that one around here like that. So I think we may have to place those in before we get too far with anything else. So I want this to look like it's sitting on the grapevine. Let's just get the glue string off. I may have to bend the stem a little bit. Just see if it's popped out anywhere. No. So we've got that one, so it's sitting like that. Let me just bend the stem in advance, like an L shape. Oh, that's going the wrong way. Oops. Can get it in. It's not wanting to go in anywhere. There we have it. So I need to bend the stem so the pumpkin's sitting in position how I'd like it. And then let's bring this one around here. I'm going to give them a little bit more space because I'm going to be placing other elements in. And let's just slightly lift that one as well. There we go. So we've got it like that. Right, the bow I want here at the end. I don't want it down here. I could have it in the center, but it's too much to be around there. So I want it at the end here where the little pumpkin is, and I will just place something floral, or you know, just to finish off the end here so it's not too much. I could even just add in another couple of this cork oak as well, just so you know it looks like it carries on. So let's have a look first. I'll just get one piece out, just so that's there, look. So it just got a little bit of foliage with it, so it just doesn't look so bare on the end. So let's just get that in, and then we'll attach our bow. Well, in fact, let's attach our bow now. Right, I'm looking for my weaving needle. I think it's disappeared, so let me just grab. Now, where did I place them? Here we are. I get them in a pack. There was a pack of 100. So I'm just going to get the wire from the back, place it through. Let me just make sure that I've got it in position where I'd like the tail ends at the top to sit. So we're going to go through. That one. And do the same. So I will bring them down. And then twist at the back and then I've just turned the wire back inside the wreath. I'm going to push it down with my flat nose pliers so it does go all the way and it doesn't scratch. So we've got our bow also in. The wire in these ribbons from across the pond in America are absolutely magnificent. They sit where they are placed. I've had some ribbon before where you buff them up a bit, like fluff them up, and they just don't stay in place. So then we will get this little piece of cork oak, just sit it underneath, not sticking out too much, just so it's got a little bit of the foliage incorporated within it. Again, so it doesn't look lonely sat on its own at the end, and it being, you know, slightly bare. So let's just have a look. Yep, so that is our cork. Oh, after that, I need to replace in some fern as well. I could have sworn I got 3, yeah. So with these, I'm going to be placing, because these aren't very long, I didn't get the long ones out. And then with these ones, I'm going to be having these scattered around the edge as well. So it's the ferns that I want at the bottom and top, and one in the centre around here. So I'm just going to place that in, and I'm going to sit it on top, and I'm going to do the same with this. Let me cut the stem shorter. We'll sit that one on top as well. And then this one we're going to have here. And just like that. So we've got just the 3 ferns in. So now with the cypress leaves, I'm going to go just around on the outside of the wreath. Mix them up with the green foliage. I'm going to place 2 in between the centre fern. And I'm going to bring another 2 here as well. So I don't need any more than that. Just bring some of your foliage through from underneath. Just looking if it's got a front and a back. Yes, it has. And then we'll bring another one just down where this big pumpkin is. Just incorporate a bit of greenery with it as well. So then we've now got in our cypress leaves and our fern. Now I wanted to place in, if I can get them from tangling around. Now just a bit of twiggy bits. Now you can cut these to however long you'd like. I don't want them this long, but I just want something again dark, just to add in a little bit extra. Now do I? Yeah, I'm going to cut that one there. And the same with that one. And you could use this last piece because it's a twiggy bit obviously, so I'm going to bring that one on the inner side. So let's not waste it. So I want to bring that coming inwards here just to add a bit of darkness. Just bend it, give it a shape if you wish, or you could just keep it, you know, being straight. Let's just place that in there. Now I want one up here near the bow and the fern, one down there, and then another one here. I may use another one to scatter some more around, but I'm just going to, excuse me, the long stems, wrap them around my finger just to give it a little bit of a swirl. Not all, you know, I'm not doing the same on all of them. I'm doing different lengths of the swirl. Wrap one a few times around, then maybe one, wrap it around my finger once. That makes sense. This is just to add in a little bit of extra touch, as I say. We all like a little bit of extra touch. And then the main stem, I'm just bending it and giving it a bit of movement as well, so it's not just a straight stem, to try and make it look a little bit more natural. So we want this one around here where the pumpkin is. Just wrap that one. And then one around coming outwards. I think I may bring a few more on the top in between the pumpkins. I have one where it's just got a little bit of a bend. That one's sticking out there as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to get just the odd ones on top. So let's just cut that there. And that one there for now. So I'm going to bring one here. Or do I bring one on the end? Oh, decisions. So I'm definitely going to bring one here. Let's just swirl the other one up. There's quite a lot around here, so I may need to go a bit further down and bring that there. Yeah, let's do that. Again, if you're just not sure before you glue it in, just place them in a position where you think it may look nice, and then make your decision once you've placed it, if that's where you'd like it. Bring that up as well. Do I have any on the end? I may just use this last one up, guys. I might as well finish it off instead. Right, so I haven't got, I could cut these into two. I don't want that. And then just put these two on either end, the top and the bottom. Just to add a little bit of the twiggy bit around here. Not too much. Let's just incorporate it. And then we'll do that one down at the bottom as well. Where the biggest pumpkin is, we'll go just under and just add that there. So that's what we've done at the moment with our twiggy bits and our foliage. Now we have our wheat or our harvest. Add some of this in. Let's just get one. You could, I have got raffia as well, but not in this colour. I've run out. I need to order some more, but I have it on a roll. But I've got green, pink, some other colours as well. Right, with these, again, they are push-ups. So let's just... So if you want to manipulate it so it makes it look longer like that, I think that would look nice instead of a cluster at the... Oh, I don't know. They both look nice, guys. No, I'm going to go for the longer one today instead of the cluster. So then you've got the wheat or the harvest or barley, whichever it is. I think it's wheat. Going all the way down the stem. Instead of it just being all at the top. I keep getting hit by... Let's just move that there a little. So I'll make place 5 in. 1, 2, 4, 5. Place those. So that one's done, that one's done. And I'm placing like one part of the wheat, one on one side, then the one on the opposite. So you've got one on the right side, so I'll bring one down to the left, then back to the right, left, right, like that. And then I'm going to just manipulate and put a little bit of a bend in. Again, let's give it that natural look. I'm not putting too much of a bend in. So I'm going to start with one, up here. I'm just going to go under. I'm going to just cut them all. I've got a safety latch on my clippers and sometimes it automatically shuts. Right, again, let's just give that a little bit of a natural bend. And I'm going to bring one round here in between the two cypress leaves. And I'm going to have one under here. I think I need a little bit more green foliage in there. Oh, I didn't bend that one. If you haven't got any of this wheat or, barley or anything like that, use lavender. It's just as good. If you've got white lavender. And one there where the pumpkin is. Just bend that tip a little. And then we'll bring one down here as well. just see if any stems have come through. I know I've got a bit of wood here, what's sticking up. So let's just snip that off. I can hear it scraping. Now there's the wire to the wreath. Other than that, nothing's come through. So there's now added in our wheat. Now I didn't want to place these on the inside with there being a lot of gold. I know there's a lot of gold here. Let me just get another piece of foliage, guys. And cut this in two, just to place in here because it's a little bit bare. So incorporate that foliage. I can't see. That's there. I'll bring that there as well. Doesn't that look pretty? So I don't know whether to incorporate those. I know that with the Rudbeckia, I did cut a few down earlier just to try it on the outside, and I thought that looked quite nice. So I think I'm going to choose the Rudbeckia. Where's the other? I can't find the other one. I must. Oh well, let's just get a new stem out. I cut it off of there, that one. So let's use this one. I may just use one bunch. So let's cut each one individually. I don't want that, it's too chunky. Oh, I can't even cut through it, it's that thick. So what I'm going to do, let me just cut that one shorter. I'm going to bring one here on the outside. Oh, I should bring it here. Yeah, let's start at the top and work his way around. I'm going to bring a floral again with the bow. I'm going to just let it pop up and mix within our bow. I'll straighten all the twiggy bits again after, because I keep pushing against them and flattening them down. So I'm going to use 5. I'm just going to incorporate those along the midsection, not right at the bottom, you know, underneath where the green foliage is. I'm just going to incorporate them between the pumpkins and the green foliage. Now I got these, the Rudbeckia, from a garden centre. It wasn't cheap. I think it was £5 or £6 for one stem. I can't quite remember. I wonder if I've got the price on. £4.49, which is probably about nearly $8 for one. And it was we went to get real plants, but it was about an hour and a half drive to the garden centre, so I can't really go back there. I could look online to see if they're actually selling them online, because they are beautiful, very realistic. I've got Rudbeckia on my garden, but yellow with a black centre. But that's with the Rudbeckia added in, just a little bit of white, as I say, and plus we've got like a milky white on the ribbon, I think, or cream. But by adding that in, I think that looks really pretty. Now let's have just a look at these Cabbage Roses. Oh, they look really nice. You know, with the different foliage as well. Just another extra bit of green. I don't think I want them on the bottom. No, I think these need to be more up around here. And if I do, excuse me, add in, I think the calla lilies can go on the outer side. Let's just have a quick look at one of these. Do I add those in? Oh, I don't know, guys. It may spoil it a little. No, I'm not adding them in. To all you new beginners, if you've never heard me say before, if in doubt, before you place it in, leave it out. But if you've placed it in and you're still in doubt, take it out, because you'll be constantly looking and, oh, I don't know, and you'll regret placing it and leaving it in if you're not so sure yourself. I've done it many times. I put it in and thought, oh yeah, it looks okay, but I don't know. And then I've left it, and I'm not happy. And sometimes I wish I would have taken it out. So I'm bringing these quite close to the, let me just bend that a little bit, to the pumpkins in between here. So we're going to break all this gold up around with the pumpkins, cypress and the fern. I'm breaking it up with a bit of cream, or, oh, I can hear something rubbing. Another piece of wood. I can't see anything else. Let me just cut that wood. I don't know why. What was it? Yeah. Right, let me just put some more glue on. So we'll just break up these pumpkins here and as well with the floral. Do you want to bring one on the outside or the in? I may bring one on the inside. Something's needed here. It could be one of these as well. Let's just do a 3 triangle around. And we'll bring a bit of that greenery there. Oops, I'm caught. In fact, I might bring this here, just on the outside. And then let me stand above. It's another thing I tend, you know, I'm a believer of, stand above when, you know, your work, just to see. I don't think I like it there. I think I prefer it there. So I may, I'll end up placing some here. Do I bring one on the inside? Yeah, I'm definitely going to bring one on the inside. Right, so let's place these up here. And I, as well, I don't mind showing. Did that go in? Yes, I think. Yes, I don't mind showing some of the grapevine. Sometimes I like to see it, you know, other times, depending on what I'm doing, I'm not so keen. Bring some of this. And I'm going to bring one round here as well. And then the other one, oh, well, the other one was going to go here. But let's place this one in now. Place that in there on the outer side. Let me just go and grab the other one. What do I need another one here, opposite that one, or here? Yes, I'm going to place it there because it's a little bit bare there instead. Excuse me. There's not really much floral going off around here. So we've got those. Now our calla lilies. I may start and bring these on further out. I think I'm going to take these off because they're quite a chunky stem. So let's twist, because I know I can take them off. I've done it before. And let's place them on picks. take all the heads off. Just be careful because I don't want to snap them. Oh my goodness, this one's hard. I could save the stems maybe for something else. So we'll save those. Right, so let's, what's wrong side? Oh my goodness, I've got the upside down brain on today. Do you ever wake up like that, guys? When you do everything the opposite way? So I do. I'm just wiping the glue that's seeped off out because I don't like to see a big blob of glue sat there when it's dried. Can't get it off my thumb. And then one more. Oh, it's all stuck to my fingers. And I'll put that there. So then that. If you're wanting to add in some more colour in the greenery, you could either add in some, you know, something like lamb's ear, dusty miller, things like that. I'm treading on this, so let me just move that one out of the way. And you could incorporate something a bit lighter, or sage leaves. Now, I'm going to just bring that next to there on the outer side. I'm placing them that the longest part here where the point is going outwards instead of having it up like that. I'm bringing it down. One around here. And then the other one up here. So like that. So that's how we've got it at the moment. If you can see, if I do it that way, you may see it like so. Now we've got our little little berries. And the thing is, they're all wired these individually, so you can just spread them out a little bit, like so. They're very tiny, so you may need, I'll just place the odd ones in because I don't think you'll really see them. They're really tiny. I'm just going to scatter them around. Again, you not really see them. If you want, you could place them on a pick. The wire, take the paper back off here and the wire, what are holding all these individually on, wrap around a pick and glue it. You could do that if you wanted to, you know, extend them. Let's see. So I'd take the, if I can, it's, yeah. I might end up doing this and placing them all on picks later. So as you see, they all are on individual wire. So they just all come like that on a wire. And so I will get a bit of glue. Oops, a daisy. I'm dropping them. Place that pick on there, and then I would wrap these stems, little wires around the pick, and then I would end up with a longer, just take that bit of paper off. It can be a bit time consuming, but if you're wanting to show them off slightly longer and open them up as well and have them like that, just to bring again something different or a bit more interest into the arrangement. So I'm going to just place one. I can't put the leaf in the way. And just add it in again. Is a little bit different. Right, I'm going to just pause the video while I do this, so because otherwise it's just going to take a while to do. I'll come back to you when I've done several. Right, I've done that, guys. I've just done 5. One we've already placed in. I didn't think you wanted to just sit there. I'm not going to cut them. Sit there and watch me do them all. So again, I'm just adding something slightly different. I'm going to do one around here as well. And then I'm going to place 2. I've got those little ones here, but I may bring these actually down. Yeah, I may bring them down with the foliage that's hanging lower. interesting to get that one. Oh, it's in. So I may just bring those down here with the twiggy bits as well. I don't feel that one's in enough. No. Let's do it again. Bring it on the outside. So we've got something down here. Just lift the head a little bit. And I'll do the same up above. So that's around here. Oh gosh, I don't want to get my hair in the glue. And that one there. So we've got those in. Now I have gone and gotten out my sage leaves, and they are the same texture as lamb's ear. Now I got these from a garland, and I took every one of the leaves from that garland and placed them all on single picks. So if I'm right, I think I've got another one. Yes, oh, it's right behind there. Yeah, I've got another full garland. In fact, it's still in the bag. Oh, I've got more than another one. I've got two. But they come on a garland, as you can see, like this. And I pulled every one. I've taken a few off of this one, so let's just snip that off and tidy. But they come on the garland like that, and I took every one off and placed it individually on a pick. Sorry about the noise. So yes, I like to do that with garlands because then you get the most out of them. Right, and because it's light as well, and there's like just this foliage here, I'm wanting something different with it. I want a bit of movement. I noticed as I was going along it was missing something. So I'm going to just incorporate these alongside. There we go. I'm going to just bend the stem a little bit so it leans outwards. And it's got that movement with it as well, and that lighter, slightly lighter tone. And I'm going to bring these around the wreath as well. Now something's missing here. What I'm going to bring, just incorporate that soft texture. I feel I could do with one up here. Again, just under a small pumpkin. I may place another one around here also. pop that Rudbeckia up. And I'm going to bring some around here. I feel it's just needed something. I may need to just pop that up a little. I still feel like I need a little bit of gold on top. Again, around here where I'm placing these in. I do have bay leaves as well. So I do have some like champagne coloured bay leaves. I'll cut that one a little shorter. Bring this. Let's just lift up the foliage. Bring that in there as well. Yeah, I'm going to what do I do with them? Oh, I've got some offcuts of bay leaves as well. These are oddments that I must have used last year. Let's use these up. Don't know how many there is. I obviously just put a band over them. There's a bigger one. Adding that little extra shimmer of gold with some foliage. I'm going to bring, I can get it in there, one under there. So if I can use these, then that would be fabulous. Let's do another one down on the here. Now I feel I'd like one there and then one here. Let's just place one because now we've got all the other elements in and the foliage, it's all now been slightly hidden, the gold fern and cypress leaves. Just add that little colour. I've got some more. I can get the stems aren't very long, and then you can't place them on picks unless you attach a pick with floral tape around it. I'm going to put this one as depth in there. I don't think I'm going to use those. Right, let's have a look at our tail ends. Do we want to swirl them because we've got swirly bits? Goes there. Because this one automatically just gives you a ringlet on its own. So I'm wondering if I just do a smallish ringlet on here with these. I feel something's needed there. I feel a floral. I should have placed a floral in there. What did we use? Cabbage roses. I've got some mini. I just had a mini one in, but it has two on. Mini cabbage rose. So I'm going to take the foliage off because I don't really care for that foliage. And I'm just going to add in this little one in the centre where it's got two on. Squash the ribbon now. I just felt there was something needed within the two pumpkins on the inside. I squashed there. Right, I'm going to just check our twiggy bits because I know I've bent some. So we want to be able to see those and add that slight dark tone. Bring them out a little. Bring that one up slightly. Oops, I've caught that one. Right, guys, I feel that we have now finished our lovely gold, white and cream coloured wreath with just some very light foliage. So I'm going to place that now on the easel. This would look lovely in my house because I changed my decor to gold accessories and like a cream coloured, it's not called cream or magnolia, it's just like a creaming colour, I forgot what it was called, walls. So this would sit lovely. I keep thinking about changing my Christmas decor too. My husband won't be pleased. It's my sister's fault. She's always changing it. I made her a beautiful pink and she loves it still. But she just wants to go ice blue this year for Christmas. And she got me thinking, oh, I might change mine now. I've changed my decor. And I went out and bought all Christmas ornaments and oh gosh, you name it, guys, to fit the green and gold that I had last year. And now it's going to be out of place. So let's just clear all the sequins. Let me just go and lift it out of camera. And while I'm here, place those away. Right. I don't know if you can see. Let me just zoom out a moment, guys. Right. You probably get all of it in that way. Doesn't that look wonderful? Doesn't that look wonderful? So if you do get any pumpkins in big, you know, all big different sizes, think about adding in the pumpkins in 3 different areas. One on its side, well, I say on its side, slightly leaning up, the other one coming out and the other one going up to the other side. Whether you're doing it in oranges, if you've got orange pumpkins, that's fine. If you've got green pumpkins and you're doing a green and white theme, I mean, green's my favourite colour, so that would be absolutely outstanding. And if you do have some of these little berries, again in small packs with only a small stem on them, just grab an old stem that you've cut a flower off, if you've got one left, wrap it around there and put a bit of glue on it to hold it in place, and then have them where I've elongated them and just spread them out. And again, if you're going to be using calla lilies, I call it a trumpet, point the trumpet outwards so it's the longest piece here is coming on the outer side. And fern, I mean, we've all got a lot, well, I think we've all got use a lot of fern, don't we, guys? But if you've not got any gold fern, but you've got gold spray, you know, artificial floral spray, then spray it, guys. Spray instead of, you know, if you're on a budget, spray it with gold spray, and you know that would look lovely. I've not used it. I mean, these cabbage roses are an all year round flower, so they're fabulous. Rudbeckia is also an autumn flower, so that's why I've used those. Calla lilies are not as much as an autumn flower. Mine have come out and they've gone. They've finished flowering on my garden, my real ones. So, but it could be a late summer, early autumn. So if you want to try and think of florals, you know, that are autumnal, then you could use those as well. And if you choose a lovely ribbon, I mean, again, super stripy ribbon from America. I mean, I didn't order it from America. I got it off a lady who sells it. Again, her name is, her company name is C&S. So floral decor, she's lovely. And twiggy bits, if you've not got no twiggy bits, you know, artificial ones, but yet you've got a few twigs on the garden, or if you go walking with your dog in the woods and you find a few twigs that have dropped to the ground, grab them, bring them back and use those. Fabulous. I've done that lots of times. And sage leaves, if you don't have sage leaves but you have bay leaves, use those instead, or use ficus, you know, or use birch, anything like that. And if you don't have the cork oak, you know, again, use maple. I love the shape of maple, if I'm being quite honest. I really do. And just add in things like that. And again, if you don't have the Rudbeckia, add in a daisy. It doesn't matter if it's autumn time, you know, but you've got a daisy. Add in those daisies, guys. You know, they're artificial. They last forever. So place them in. I do that too. I bring out spring flowers and sometimes add them in my arrangements in the autumn or winter. There's nothing stopping you. There's no rule. There's no rule, guys. Whatever you think looks pretty. And if you want to add a bit of glittery things in as well, if you've got some glitter or grass, glittered grass, that would look nice for the movement. Anything like that as well. I'm sure it would look absolutely fabulous. But if you don't want a bow, add in another pumpkin. If you don't want another pumpkin, just fill it with floral and foliage. Excuse me. And it will still look as beautiful as ever. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I really did. Now, if this doesn't sell, I'm having it. I've put my reserve on it for if it doesn't sell. I'm going to give it a couple of weeks. And if it doesn't sell in a couple of weeks, well, maybe 2-3 weeks I'll give it. And if it doesn't sell, that's going in my house for autumn and Christmas. I think it doesn't mean to say you've got a pumpkin for the autumn, you can't have it in an arrangement for Christmas. So that would look nice for Christmas as well. Oh, I'm excited. Anyway, please subscribe, share and like. You know, to everybody you know, guys, bring them along, you know, to come and join us and, you know, have fun and look at new different designs and colours, choices, lovely colours that go together. I did have a lady, a friend of mine, Linda, sent me a message saying that she likes to see orange, blue and black. Now that was interesting because I've never done those colours together. I've got dusky blue, obviously I've got orange and I've got black. So she's gave me a bit of a thought in my head. So I may make an arrangement with those colours just to see what they're like. Oh, you see, I don't mind people giving me ideas, guys. Oh, it sets my mind, you know, going all the way around. I can't stop thinking. But if you've ever done one in those colours, guys, send me a picture. My email address is theflowerpatch, which is all one word, 2401@gmail.com. So again, please subscribe, share and like. Press that notification button, which will tell you when I've done a video. And, you know, I hope you enjoy and I hope it gives you some ideas. So have a wonderful day, guys. Take care. God bless. Good health. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Right, let's take the mobile. It's not cut off. I think I sussed it. Why it wouldn't. So I may, as you can see it there, doesn't that look nice and subtle? So there is the lovely ribbon with the gold glitter I purchased from a lady from C&S. The Cabbage Roses. Here's the twiggy bits, guys. You know me with twiggy bits. Our cork oak, our calla lily, our, if I get that petal, our Rudbeckia, our sage leaves, whatever, the texture of lamb's ear, our wheat or harvest, our lovely fern, our bay leaves, our cypress leaves and these little berries. What else did I? Oh, obviously I can not see them. The pumpkins, the big, medium, and the small. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope you give it a go in whatever colour your choice, and I'm sure you will make a fabulous job. And I'm sure I'd love to see some of your pictures. Again, send me pictures of your creations to the flower patch 2401@gmail.com. Have a wonderful day, guys. Take care. Bye for now. Bye-bye.